Missed an episode of your favorite podcast? Choose from over a decade of content in our archives, not just the latest episode. All free at gcnlive.com.
This is your call to action. Get prepared, America. Economy, survival, energy, disasters. This is USAPrepares.com. Informative radio, educational radio. Interact now by emailing instructor@USAPrepares.com or text at 434-390-7953. Class, please take your seats. Now, your instructor, Vincent Finelli.
Watch the greenbacks tumble.
Everyone all set? Cocked, locked. Here we go. Your dial set correctly to USAPrepares.com. We're delighted you're here, and we're broadcasting 2 hours from high atop the Missouri Ozark Mountains. And we have a call-in line. If you would like to be on the air with Dr. Richard Allen Miller and me, 866-582-9933, 866-582-9933. Scott is engineering the broadcast in Minnesota. Welcome, Dr. Richard Allen Miller.
Good morning. Good morning. I know. It's no longer quiet at the house.
I can still remember
Scott
people.
David thing. I know.
Yeah, I can still remember people saying, "Well, it's really quiet at the house." Yep, that's because Rick isn't here yet.
Sorry about that.
Hey, Rick, this weekend, the day after tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday,
That's a creepy sound.
Yeah, it is. But on the good side, there are some of us from USA Prepares who will be at the RK Prepper Show in Indianapolis, Indiana. Now, that would be you, Matt Stein, Aaron Dakins, and Brad Dakins are going to arrive on Saturday. They're going to join us.
Wow, cool.
Yeah. Let's see. Dr. Patrick Vickers is going to be with us, and Stormin Norman Cantwell. So it'll be a bunch of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the guy that was making everybody bleed right by the entry door to the expo hall. I mean, he's that guy that was applying pain.
Was there any further fallout from you meeting with the mayor yet? How did that work out?
I just got a call from the mayor this morning, and I told him I'd love to chat with him, but I couldn't because I was going on the air in a couple of minutes. So he and I have a telephone chat date right after this broadcast. So, I'm going to talk to him about the damage that was done, the violation of our rights, as well as the violation of the treaty with the Native Americans.
Be sure to ask him who paid for it.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That's exactly what I'm going to do. And I'm going to ask him who's going to pay for the damage. Because we were seriously
paid for all of that facility to be, put on point at that location compared to all the rest of what's going around in the community.
Yeah.
It represents a lot of money.
That's a huge, huge facility, and it's a very nice facility. By the way, it's the Cowan Civic Center, and Cowan himself, the man, was a Mason. Okay, and there's this Masonic symbol right at the front door at the top level. So if you go into the main offices, you will see the Masonic symbol and the name Cowan with it. So he was a Mason. Interesting. So that's part of the reason why we had this problem. But so Rick, here, I've got some good news and bad news. Now the good news is that you and I are going to be getting a chance to see each other at the RK Prepper Show, and then the bad news is that we're going to be in the same room, at the motel.
Yeah, that's okay. That's what we do at the farm, so it'll be okay, I guess. Well, I mean, how many people did you sleep over there at your house, your home?
It was, I think 11. I think about 11.
That's incredible. And it was completely organized. I mean, there wasn't any hassles or anything. It all worked.
It did. And, no one said, hey, how come I don't get to sleep over there? Or no, it worked out really.
Room. There wasn't.
Well, I mean, we had 3 sofa beds in the living room and a mattress on the
The
on the floor
library
in the
had a
dining room.
sofa with windows on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was pretty packed. It really was. So we had 3 sofa beds in the living room, 1 in the kitchen.
Grace Thorne took a bunch of pictures that she's putting in a scrapbook right now. And basically, I was hoping before that happened, maybe we could scan a few of them so you had them online electronically. Maybe she
I can
has
do that.
those
I can
in JPEG.
I can do that
yet.
for next week because I just got the mail yesterday, and we received a package of photographs from Grace Thorne. So yes, I can scan them.
You have them. You already have them. Scan those.
Yeah. I have some. I just got them yesterday afternoon. So.
She did a bunch of photos as well. I think it was either you or somebody I uploaded to their computer. I can't remember. Oh, was that you or was that someone else?
I have them. Yep. That was me. Well, it might have been someone else as well, but it was me too.
Yeah. Okay. So you have those.
Okay. So, and I'm going to, Ed Marvini's been working on the website and we now have e-commerce. All I have to do is do some editing. As soon as I get that done, we'll have ProPure and Diatomaceous Earth from earthworkshealth.com on the website and some other products. So, it's evolving and it's evolving nicely and carefully. So that, you'll be able to order your ProPure water filtration systems, after I get back from the RK Prepper show. So Rick, here's the question. You're going to be, giving a seminar. What are you going to talk about at the RK
I don't know yet. I have them outlined. I gave them 7 talks. They chose the first 3. One will be thinking with the gut. A second one will be on sustainable lifeboats. A third will be on the new directions in mind control and some of the first defenses of how to defend yourself, which is essentially power tools. Mm-hmm. Those will be the 3 talks probably that I do.
All right, let's see. And
Matt is going to do 2 talks.
All right.
I don't know how many you're doing.
I'm going to do 2. I'm going to do one on Saturday and one on Sunday, and I'm going to talk about how to start your own business. Yeah. And yep, Matt, you and Matt, and there's a whole bunch of us that are going to be talking about preparedness. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Their vista over just arms, and the fact that they're going to have your Storm and Norman and other people there, it would have been interesting to see how Mike Maw would fit into that whole. Yeah, where is Michael?
I don't think
Did
Mike
he go back down to Costa Rica. Or?
No, I think he was heading out west, and Mike is a really interesting guy. He travels and he meets people and he sets up communities where he trains them on how to defend themselves and how to grow food and how to work together. That's what Mike Ma does, and he's very, very good at it. So that's his plan, is to head out west and then turn around. I think then he'll come back to east and then maybe go back down to Central America again.
Right.
I think that's the plan. But so, Rick, we have had almost nothing but rain. The backyard has been flooded. It hasn't stopped being flooded for a couple months now. Chemtrails. We used to have chemtrails. They'd fly in the morning and then they fly in the evening when you didn't see them. Now it's in our face, blatant. And rain. At the same time,
it's getting down to the point where they don't care who notices anymore.
Right. They don't seem to mind at all that we notice. And pretty soon it'll be in textbooks that this is what happens and this is what they do. And there'll be some reason why they do it if it lasts that long, if we last that long, I should say. And then, we have these military exercises that are going on. But what I wanted to say about the chemtrails over here in the Ozark Mountains, a lot of rain. I mean, a lot of water, a lot of flooding, at least on our farm. At the same time, that water is not in California. And in California, there's like water rationing and huge fines for using water that you're not supposed to use. And so it could move. It could shift the population right out of California. And which direction would that population go? Well, it would have to be east, wouldn't it? There's no place else to go.
A lot of people are moving to Central America. Okay. I don't know about you.
But Central America can't hold.
That have actually physically going there right now. Helen Downs, who is staying with me, is there. She went back down to Hollywood with her friends, and now a group of them are going down into Costa Rica to take a look around at land and the property there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But there's not much land in Costa Rica, I mean, compared to
That's
California.
Right. What
there's not much land in Guatemala.
Costa Rica is that they're allowing townships to set up their own principalities with laws. And they're left alone. That's one of the reasons a lot of people like that, is that you can set up a small township that has its own way of running things. Buy your way into it.
I really like that. I mean, that sounds wonderful to me. I'm just so sick of what our government has done.
Warlords and the rest of it go crazy. Mm-hmm. You know, it will go like that. Just like in the book, The Postman. It will go back to feudal states, and it'll be like the Wild Wild West, where anything goes. Oh, that's Indiana Jones, sorry.
Let's see. We've got John from Missouri. John, welcome to USAPrepares.com with me and Richard Allen Miller.
Yeah, Vin and Dr. Miller. I just want to give you an update on Mike Ma. We were at the Get Prepared Expo, and then he went with us to an expo out in Wichita. And so he'd been kind of making his rounds coming back. Well, he stayed with us last night. And I don't know if you'd noticed, but at the expo, I was limping really, really bad. I mean, I was just barely getting around. Well, it got so bad last night that I sat down on the chair and I said, man, my knee is just killing me so bad I can't stand it. Well, Mike hops up off the couch, runs over with his little mini jackhammer, and he drilled my knee. It made me holler and scream. But this morning, I am 100%. I mean, my knee feels so great this morning, I can't believe it. I don't understand it at all. I do not understand it, but oh my gosh, just amazingly how much better it feels.
Well, it's great to know that Mike is still in the Ozark Mountains. Are you going to stick through this break, John Dollarhide?
He is going to be in the area for just a few more days. He's going to be heading back to...
Okay. By now, you know that USAPrepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm, we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system, because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAPrepares.com offers ProPure water filtration systems and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit USAPrepares.com. That's USAPrepares.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. USAPrepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
Hi, John Hubner from Midas Resources. Are you tired of watching your hard-earned assets dwindle away? As government spending is out of hand and the Federal Reserve is creating in excess of $20 billion a week, are you tired of stockbrokers gambling away your hard-earned money? Is this market a setup for a crash greater than 1987? Too many of today's policies resemble those that led to the collapse of 1929. This is John Hubner, and that was me in 2007. And we all know what happened when the subprime credit bubble burst. By March 2009, the dollar lost 50% of its value. The entire U.S. banking system was on the verge of collapsing. Like all financial problems of the past, is history about to repeat itself? Call me, John Hubner, at 1-800-686-2237, extension 129, before it's too late to protect yourself. Will the oncoming catastrophe take all private IRAs, 401ks with it? There is a way to protect your hard-earned assets. Call me, John Hubner, at 1-800-686-2237, extension 129.
If the IRS has garnished your paycheck or seized money from your bank account, you need to get professional tax help now. Fast action is required to put a halt to these aggressive IRS collection tactics. You can count on the knowledgeable team of tax professionals at Wall & Associates. With over 30 years of experience, Wall & Associates has settled the tax problems of thousands of taxpayers for a small fraction of what they owed. For a free face-to-face consultation, call 1-800-425-4610 to put a wall between you and the IRS. 1-800-425-4610 or look for us on the web at wallandassociates.net. We solve tax problems. If you hire Wall & Associates today, you'll never have to talk to the IRS again. To stop the levies and seizures today, take action now. Call Wall & Associates at 1-800-425-4610. Wall & Associates. 1-800-425-4610. Based on actual cases, results may vary, not a solicitation for legal services.
It's time to build your own emergency food stockpile with the industry leader, My Patriot Supply. Once you try them, you'll know why so many Americans like you have made them part of their emergency preparedness plan. Experience the My Patriot Supply difference today with this unbelievable offer. Right now, a 4-week food supply is only $99, and that includes free shipping. That's 50% off the online price. Call 800-274-3070 to claim yours. Limit 2 per caller while supplies last. This offer isn't available online, so you want to make sure and grab this opportunity to get prepared today. 800-274-3070 to get your 4-week food supply for the incredible price of only $99, and it'll be shipped to you completely free. Call 800-274-3070 right now. That's 800-274-3070 to claim yours while supplies last. Don't wait. Call today.
Dr. Richard Allen Miller's with us. John Dollarhite from Missouri's on the line. John Dollarhite, you were talking about Mike Moss. So Mike's going to hang around for a couple days in the Ozarks. That's wonderful. Do you have more news for us?
He's just here a few more days, and then he has to head back to Guatemala. He's got the hotel to handle, and so.
Yeah.
But
okay.
I just wanted to call and let you know that. I just want to let you know that my knee has not felt this good in several months, and I don't understand what he does or how it works, but it's worth the $40 for a treatment, or the person actually can learn, and will actually teach what he does.
Yeah, Mike Ma spent 2 days, and he was running like a high-speed machine, well-oiled machine, teaching people Hoi Chi at the Get Prepared Expo. I mean, he was busy. He was more busy than virtually anybody else, nonstop at the expo. So if you want to get in contact with Mike Ma, should someone contact you, John? If they
that would be fine. Yeah,
contact Mike Ma, what do we do?
Yeah, just if you want to get give my wife's number a call. You have that number? You want me to give it out?
Why don't you give it out?
Okay, phone number is area code 417-830-3675.
Okay, so if you want to get in touch with Judy Dollarhite to pass the word on to Mike Ma, 417-830-3675. And Mike Ma will be in the Ozark Mountains around the Springfield, Missouri area for the next couple of days. Okay, John Dollarhite, I really appreciate the call.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye. Okay,
then Tulsa. Okay, thanks. Bye-bye. Yeah, and Mike Ma does this acupressure treatment, and I've heard over and over and over again how he has helped people with pain. Interesting. So Rick Miller, I was looking at the RK Prepper Show website. It's rkpreppershows.com, and they have keynote speakers. And do you know that you and I and Matt Stein and Patrick Vickers are keynote speakers? Did you know that?
Yes. I know. Go figure. It's come to live to see the day.
So. No,
that's good. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna teach people, Rick, how they can build a bunker and have it be a tax deduction. I'm going to teach them that, and I'm going to teach them how they can buy a guns80.com AR-15 and have it be a tax deduction. I'm going to teach them how they can buy a dog and have it be a tax deduction. Seriously, I'm going to teach them how they can go to prepper shows, or have their own prepper show, or have their own radio show, or
LLC.
Yeah, and that also we got to figure out. So,
you know, my
all right,
guess
so
is,
all right, that's what we need to talk about.
Yeah. What? That things aren't going to play the way everybody thinks they are? I don't know. Every day I'm in discovery, and I learn or discover, actually, something new that I did not know the day before. And the day after tomorrow is the now just part of a bigger event horizon of possibilities. I've been in touch with Gerald Clark, who wrote The Seventh Planet, Mercury Rising on Anunnaki and the Nibiru. I have spoken with this Dunn on Kerry Cassidy, more religious references to the thing. And then I had this weird thing on CERN that is somebody put together an occult relationship to what CERN is as a time travel experiment, and the guy that did it knows his stuff. In fact, I was really impressed at his grasp of metaphysics as I used to teach it at Harvard. And so with that, I was sitting there with my mouth falling open, understanding that Planet 7X has been talked about in a bunch of different biblical references, and that there are people in this world that may be trying to bring those events on for the Lord's work. Isn't that weird? You know, the apocalypse. Trying to duplicate what the Bible said will happen by making it happen.
Rick, when we come back, can we talk a little bit more about Planet 7X and teach our class what it is, what it's about? We'll come back right after these few short commercial announcements. Dr. Richard Allen Miller is with us. I'm Vin Finelli. RichardAllenMiller.com.
And by now you know that USAPrepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm, we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system, because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAPrepares.com offers ProPure water filtration systems and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit USAPrepares.com. That's USAPrepares.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. USAPrepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right, General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by 100 for $35,000. You heard right, that's 5,000 square feet for $35,000. Manufacturers, if you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100-foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait. So call 866-91-STEEL. Lock in your price now. Call 866-91-STEEL. That's 866-917-8335.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99, and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows, pause and rewind live TV, even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV.
Attention taxpayers! If you've received a notice from the IRS or state, do not ignore it. It's also a big mistake to try and handle your tax problem on your own. If you owe back taxes, it's a fact that the government has the power to take everything you own, including your home, business, wages, savings, and your freedom. But here's the good news. There's a special toll-free tax hotline set up especially for you. This tax hotline will tell you about new programs that are geared to help you dramatically settle, reduce, or eliminate what you owe. But you have to call now. Take down this number or put it in your cell phone. But call 877-345-7645. That's 877-345-7645. When you call, you'll get free information on how you can reduce or eliminate back taxes, including penalties and interest. You can also be helped if you have unfiled returns, a tax lien, wage garnishment, bank levy, or if you've been entered into a payment plan but can't make the payments. Don't make the big mistake in thinking you can ignore or handle your tax problem on your own. You can stop the collection process immediately at 1-877-345-7645. That's 1-877-345-7645. 1-877-345-7645.
So the news breaks, Hillary Clinton's running for president. My buddy Mark says to me, hey, didn't Hillary support the Brady bill and the assault weapons ban? And I'm thinking, yeah, 1992 presidential campaign. Oh my God, a gun grabber in the White House. So at guns80.com, they've come up with the Hillary Clinton special. They just call it the Hillary. You even get 2 30-round magazines for free, and it's only $474.95 for the whole kit. So get your AR-15 kit and tell Hillary, ha-ha, 8442-GUNS80. That's guns80.com.
Avoid bankruptcy. Does credit card debt have you living paycheck to paycheck? Our attorneys at the Legal Center for Debt Resolution will find the absolute best debt reduction solution for you, or you pay nothing. It's called Pay for Performance, and you won't pay a dime until the job's done. That's right. No upfront fee, no monthly fees. Nada. You pay nothing until after your account is settled. If you owe $10,000, $30,000, or even $50,000 in credit card debt, call the Legal Center for Debt Resolution at 800-449-4269. 800-449-4269.
Dr. Richard Allen Miller's with us. And Rick, we were talking about Planet 7X, and I think a lot of our class is interested in learning more about it because from what I understand, we're talking about solar flares, earthquakes, climate change, volcanoes, mystery booms, droughts, and debris.
Well, I can tell you that I just got a message from Dane Wigington in, quote, redefining the map of planet Earth. Actually, there are the sea, let's see, how does he say it? Will rapidly rising sea levels soon radically alter coastline shorelines around the globe, coastal shorelines. There is no question of this fact. This process is already well underway and accelerating rapidly. It's happening right now. We'll get to Planet X in a minute. The fact is something is affecting our sun. And it's not about man. It's not about global warming and things like that. There's global warming occurring on all the planets. Mars, Pluto, which we're about to be right next to and have the first photos of, is heating up. Why? Well, something is causing the sun to accelerate in coronal mass ejections and the intensity of them. And 2 months ago, we had a literal kill shot that went off in the opposite direction of the sun, or the Earth, the entire Earth, would have been back in the Stone Age within, it would have happened in less than 10 hours. It was that fast. It was not a coronal mass ejection. It was a plasma filament that went out real fast. And the problem is there's no warning on that one. And what happens next is that all the grids go down, and how do they cool the current 400 nuclear power plants that are still in operation at this moment. And so, while it might put everything back to the Stone Age, where Atlantis now is leading into a new Greece culture of civilizations and technologies and relationship to self, etc., and we leave it with all the 400 plus nuclear power plants without any kind of cooling system going critical. Now, it's happening right now, and so my absolute warning to man is that we turn the switch off. That was the message that you and I did last week. That part has not changed. What has changed is that Planet 7X is not going to hit the Earth, but there is a debris trail right behind it. And so when it causes pole shifts, and the Inuit have already said the shift has changed their star systems in what they look up in the sky and see, that has been playing on the internet everywhere. And the Inuit elders have come out and said it's already happened. There has been a pole shift. And what that's going to do is, of course, change all the ocean currents into a reboot that will cause a historically recurring mini ice age. There they are. And the Clovis culture, one of the oldest American cultures, actually left pictographs on that when they went into caves to survive. Now, that's a bug-in concept. The problem is, with the grids going down, how do all the nuclear power plants remain cool when everything starts to thaw out? And that's the legacy that this civilization is leaving the next. And if you don't want to think about evil magicians in Atlantis, this is the metaphor of what's happening right now, and it's time that everybody start to protest at least about nuclear power so that the next civilization has a running start at, developing their own culture. Hopefully it won't be around electrical current and copper wire, but there it is. That's me saying it straight up. Now, what Planet 7X is, most likely, they know the size of it. It's 5.5 times larger than Earth diametrically and much heavier in mass, probably solid nickel or some weird thing like that, of a collapsed binary that has been dead for millions of years and may have caused, Mars, and the way it looks right now in comparison to what Earth is about to become as another kind of Mars. 100 minus Fahrenheit, we probably may or not lose our atmosphere change. That will be another possibility with the debris trail. There's your trial by night. And, nothing grows. That means that everything is going to have to be a self-sustaining type of system, like you're in space. And the mother is no longer there to take you in the womb. The birthing, the metaphor, a good way of looking at it. That's why Timothy Leary called it, SMILE, space migration, intelligence increase, longevity extension. And with the Avatar program, something is going to survive. But when you start talking about Matrix and what man is and what man is not, it's kind of scary.
Rick, when you talk about the debris field, that is,
that's biblical.
Yeah, let's say we have a near miss. Boy, that's great that we have a near miss. But the debris field, the wake of this Planet 7X,
well, that near miss
frightening to me.
Is going to shift everything to the point where the Pacific Rim is gone. It's gone. And there are maps. I gave you maps where you can do sea level rising, where Antarctica last week was at 64 degrees. Greenland's icebergs are melting as we speak, and the ocean levels are rising. With that will be the desalinization of the sea and the reboot of ocean currents. And that's what chemtrails and BP oil spills, and all the rest of it were truly about was to stave off an event that should have already happened. And when 2016 happens, that's when this object is supposed to appear out near Neptune. I don't know. This is Bob Dunn is now talking about something out near the sun, which is, I don't know, wormwood, or I don't know what it is. There's artifacts now, and we can't assume the aliens are going to come down and save us at the last moment. We can't. That's irresponsible. That's it's time for us to take responsibility, and the first thing we have is a responsibility to the next civilization of generations, and leaving those nuclear power plants on when the disaster hits and we're no longer in a position to turn them off. We need to do that now. There is the strongest argument giving humanity at least a crack at survival when it comes out of a cave. Because when they do come out of the cave, if those power plants are left on, there will be nothing that can live in that environment that I understand as life forms. Maybe avatars, but certainly not humans or bacteria or other kinds of life that we normally would associate with Earth-like.
Rick, I can't come up with a single name of a senior USA preparedness instructor who believes that nuclear power generation was a good thing. I can't think of one because it's so dangerous. Well, then that's a good place to start. Let's start there. Not worry about bugging in, bugging out. Let's worry about the next generation and what they get to inherit from our greed and lust and all the other things that the 1%ers think they got away with. And the bottom line is they're going to go down just like everything else, because even if they come out of their bunker, they can't come out. There won't be anything out there that is livable. And so it's time to start a movement. Literally. I'm old. I'm too old. I can talk about it. That's what I'm doing. That's the best I can do. I can give you the physics of it. There are plenty of people that can run it down way better than me in terms of Gunderson and others that can be very well lettered and explain exactly. Matt Stein's article, 400 Chernobyls, was dead on it. And it's like, what are we going to do now? Well, there's not much we can do, except one thing we should all make a commitment to is the survivability of the next generation of civilization. And if we don't turn those switches off, that won't happen. You hit the nail right on the head when you talked about individual greed. And, Rick, when I was studying finance and economics back in the early 1970s, one of the things I did study was, on my own, was this concept of what I called individual greed back then. And I actually built a little model where I could predict the Dow Jones Industrial average, the high, low, the close. Based on the high, low, and close of today, I could predict what tomorrow would be based on the sum of all individual greed. And it absolutely worked. And everybody,
all of us, Vincent, have an element of humanity called, altruism, wanting to help the other.
Yeah.
And, even in disregard to ourselves, there is an instinct to reach down and help somebody that needs help. These people that are doing what they're doing right now have got to be non-human.
They're defective. Rick,
I asked something worse than defected. They're not human. And I'm going to say it simply like that.
Well, I asked Norm Shealy, I said, Dr. Shealy, these individuals have no concern for
humanity.
Right. They don't care about the results of their actions and their inactions. And I asked them if they were.
They don't even give that a concern.
Right. I asked him if they were physically and mentally defective. And he said yes.
Bob Dunn sent me this thing on religious things that I read this morning. And then I was reminded that when I studied Enoch, the book of Enoch, I remember the list of fallen angels. It had 72 in the
Hold that thought. By now you know that USAPrepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm, we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system, because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAPrepares.com offers ProPure water filtration systems and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit USAPrepares.com. That's USAPrepares.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. USAPrepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99, and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows. Pause and rewind live TV. Even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV.
Heart and Body Extract continues to receive positive testimonials from people who have experienced amazing results, like Reed.
I just wanted to send you a quick but a very big thank you for Heart and Body Extract. I've been on the formula for nearly a month now, and the improvement in the circulation of my legs has been simply amazing.
Reed was facing a tough choice.
I was facing surgery due to the severity of the 100% blocked arteries in both my legs. And my decision, waiting for surgery, to say no and try Heart and Body Extract instead, has been thankfully the right decision.
And the result?
I can now walk up steps without noticeable pain.
Order Heart and Body Extract at 866-295-5305, 866-295-5305, or hbextract.com. Heart and Body Extract for a long and healthy life.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right, General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by 100 for $35,000. You heard right, that's 5,000 square feet for $35,000. Manufacturers, if you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100-foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait. So call 866-91-STEEL. Lock in your price now. Call 866-91-STEEL. That's 866-917-8335.
It's time to build your own emergency food stockpile with the industry leader, My Patriot Supply. Once you try them, you'll know why so many Americans like you have made them part of their emergency preparedness plan. Experience the My Patriot Supply difference today with this unbelievable offer. Right now, a 4-week food supply is only $99, and that includes free shipping. That's 50% off the online price. Call 800-274-3070 to claim yours. Limit 2 per caller while supplies last. This offer isn't available online, so you want to make sure and grab this opportunity to get prepared today. 800-274-3070 to get your 4-week food supply for the incredible price of only $99, and it'll be shipped to you completely free. Call 800-274-3070 right now. That's 800-274-3070 to claim yours while supplies last. Don't wait. Call today.
Class, Dr. Richard Allen Miller's with us, and he and I are going to be at the RK Prepper Show this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And Rick and I will be presenting separate seminars, both Saturday and Sunday. That's in Indianapolis, Indiana. Those are posted on the website, USAPREPARES.com, USAPrepares.com. And we're looking forward to seeing you. Hey, Rick, you and I haven't talked about this, but, I think it'd be really fun if some of our class, finds us there at the RK Prepper Show, and maybe we go out to dinner like we did at.
Yeah, I like that. Singapore
wouldn't that
sling.
be fun?
That's what or cognac.
Yeah,
Good old
and
drink. You can always tell who's ex-military by what they drink.
Yeah, we had, when we were at the Get Prepared Expo a couple of years ago, we went to a Chinese restaurant after the expo, and, we had a great big table, and we had, a lot of laughing and scratching. It was a great time.
That was a fun time. That's when I really actually got to meet Ed Marvini.
Yeah. So, why don't we do that?
At your house and all of that. But when we were let loose and kicked back, that's when I got to get a better sense of him. It was cool.
Yeah. Yeah. He's such a wonderful person. He really is. He's helpful. He's very proactive. If he sees something on your website or mine and he just, I think I'll tweak it. Just takes care of it and then says, oh yeah, here's what I did. He's a wonderful, wonderful friend. So anyway, we had a dinner after the expo, and maybe we should do that with some of our class, this weekend. So if you want to do that class, come and find Rick and me, Matt Stein. Maybe we can all get together and go to a restaurant. I don't know where it would be. We're up for some suggestions, but we'll go Dutch, and I think it'd be a lot of fun. So just keep that in mind. So if you've got more questions about Planet X and the flyby and the debris field for Rick, or if you want to ask me those questions about starting your business and taking those deductions and how extreme you can get, I'll give you my opinions. Okay, and so Rick, getting back to this Planet 7X, we talk about a near miss. That's kind of wonderful. But I'm thinking, based on physics classes that I've taken and science classes that I've taken, chemistry and so forth, I'm concerned about the ocean tides. I'm concerned about.
I just discovered while I was on break that Dean Wigington has just posted a thing on his website called "Redefining the Map of Planet Earth," and he actually has an article that he has based his things on the sea level rise accelerating faster than we thought. And then, right behind that, will Washington kill us all? Did you know that Washington keeps 450 nuclear ICBMs on hair trigger alert? For our own good. This is crazy. If we have massive earthquakes and the grid collapsing, this is going to be crazy.
If you look at what Washington D.C. does, they're in the business of blowing things up. They're in the business of restricting travel, movement. They're even in the business of starting to control what we think because we're afraid that if we think it, they might know that we thought it. They're in the business of watching our every move, recording our every move, in perpetuity. Okay. Our cell phones, it's out of control. These people are sick. I mean, they're literally sick, and they've built enough destruction that they have under their control to destroy the entire planet forever. That's Washington, D.C., this few square miles of this cesspool.
And the scary part is to realize that these people aren't really the ones in charge. They're the ones that we think are in charge that work for something else, transnational corporations, lobbying, and all the rest of what goes on with that crazy way of being.
Rick, I used to think, up until a few weeks ago, I used to think that the little people who work for the big people, the little people who push us around at the orders of the big people, like the cops, I used to think, well, maybe they just have to because they, need to provide food for the family. No, they're all part of it. They're all top to bottom. I look at them the same. They're all the same. If they take orders and they hurt people, they're the same as the people who give the orders. Dr. Richard Allen Miller and I will be right back right after these few short commercial announcements and top of the hour news.
The IRS has garnished your paycheck or seized money from your bank account. You need to get professional tax help now. Fast action is required to put a halt to these aggressive IRS collection tactics. You can count on the knowledgeable team of tax professionals at Wall & Associates. With over 30 years of experience, Wall & Associates has settled the tax problems of thousands of taxpayers for a small fraction of what they owed. For a free face-to-face consultation, call 1-800-425-4610 to put a wall between you and the IRS. 1-800-425-4610 or look for us on the web at wallandassociates.net. We solve tax problems. If you hire Wall & Associates today, you'll never have to talk to the IRS again. To stop the levies and seizures today, take action now. Call Wall & Associates at 1-800-425-4610. Wall & Associates. 1-800-425-4610. Based on actual cases, results may vary, not a solicitation for legal services.
There's a man named Dr. Joel Wallach who is anything but your typical doctor, both a veterinarian and naturopathic physician. Doc asks, why does the United States spend more money on healthcare by far and still rank 50th in health and longevity worldwide? He believes that people should empower themselves with a basic understanding of nutrition, take charge of their health, and attain optimal health and longevity through nutrition, not by toxic prescription drugs that lead to side effects and more toxic prescription drugs. Doc Wallach's message is resonating with an increasing number of Americans who are waking up to all the big government, big pharma, and big insurance manipulation of our healthcare system. I'm George Norrie, and I like what Doc Wallach is saying and doing to enlighten people about health care. Visit brightsideben.com and listen to Doc Wallach's Deadly Recipes lecture. It makes a lot of sense, and I urge you to join the Brightside Ben team. Go to brightsideben.com. That's brightsideben.com.
If the IRS has garnished your paycheck or seized money from your bank account, you need to get professional tax help now. Fast action is required to put a halt to these aggressive IRS collection tactics. You can count on the knowledgeable team of tax professionals at Wall & Associates. With over 30 years of experience, Wall & Associates has settled the tax problems of thousands of taxpayers for a small fraction of what they owed. For a free face-to-face consultation, call 1-800-425-4610 to put a wall between you and the IRS. 1-800-425-4610 or look for us on the web at wallandassociates.net. We solve tax problems. If you hire Wall & Associates today, you'll never have to talk to the IRS again. To stop the levies and seizures today, take action now. Call Wall & Associates at 1-800-425-4610. Wall & Associates. 1-800-425-4610. Based on actual cases, results may vary, not a solicitation for legal services.
Everyone all set? Cocked, locked. Here we go. Hour number 2 of USAPrepares.com with Dr. Richard Allen Miller. We've been talking about Planet 7X, and we've been talking about, some of the effects that it can have on Earth, and of course, as a result of that, on us. And Rick, we've been talking about the debris field. And we've been talking about how it could affect the tides, and of course, I'm very worried about that. But
the tides are already changing. Europe used to have 7 primary currents; they now only have 4. And the Gulf Stream is changing. And once that happens, that's what brings on an ice age. That was what I was talking to you about last week. This week, what's causing the global warming in Antarctica and Greenland? And we can't blame it on man. It is a natural, historically recurring event. As this object comes through our solar system, it affects our sun. And right now, it is affecting our sun. We already have calculations on how it is affecting the planets Neptune, Uranus, and Jupiter. There are perturbations in their orbits, and that's how they can calculate the mass of this thing. It's approximately 5.5 times the size of Earth. It's coming through out of Neptune, elliptic, and is possibly solid nickel or something creepy like a collapsed binary star that's dormant, dead. And once it's dead, all it is a mass that causes changes in the sunspots of the sun. And that's what it's doing. And at some point, it's going to blow the grid down. That will be the first thing that happens. Water will be the second thing that happens. And then the ice age happens. After that, we have the debris field to go into that will make us look like Mars.
And Rick,
this
debris
I don't
field.
know how serious this is. What I'm discovering this week, and worse, there's a magnetic pole shift. What's happening right now? This object is changing the way our Earth shields with the ionosphere, shields this radiation from the sun, and that's going to cause a physical crustal pole shift and volcanic action, the likes of which will probably cloud the world for several years with no sunlight. Now,
Rick,
I don't mean doom and gloom. It's physics, and all the top sciences are all pointing to this event, and it's going to happen in your lifetime shortly.
Rick, when you talk about the sky turning dark, photosynthesis is inhibited. That means trees. That means grass. That means animals that live outside that
means
need to
soil
eat.
organisms that live inside. That means everything.
And
the sun is the primary thing that makes life happen on Earth.
And I'm thinking, Rick, about, when you talk about the ice age, okay, it's going to get colder because of the desalinization of the ocean. But in addition to that, with the rocking, the vibration within Earth.
The wobble in the Earth. The Earth wobbles. That has been why there is a crustal pole shift that is actually measurable. Now, according to the Inuit, it's already shifted. And there it is. And that is Dr. Bert Bolin, University of Stockholm, Sweden. He's a Nobel Prize winner. And like George Wheeler, geoelectrodynamics. There it is. And none of this is like we know for a fact. Basically, all our theories, all our mathematics, all of our understanding of things, looking at the kill of sea life, looking at birds having confusion in their flight patterns because of the, electromagnetic shift in our poles. There's going to be a lot of confusion shortly. And so that's what we wanted to talk about this week was, martial law and why they're setting up all of this where the public has not been informed yet.
Rick, if you look at any location, what are the biggest buildings in any location? Well, that'd be Walmart, right? If you take skyscrapers out of the equation, Walmart supercenters are the largest buildings in just about any area, right?
That's it. Staging areas.
And Walmarts have, they've got most of them that I know of, the ones that I've visited. They've got two front doors, glass sliding doors. Other than that, they're concrete blocks. And the concrete blocks are a foot thick. And then you have an entryway where the garden area is. So they've got another door there. And then so that's three front doors. Then you have around the back, you have the bays for the auto lube and tire and battery area. Then you have the loading dock where they receive the products that they sell, and those have steel doors. So the steel doors, that's pretty tough. We're not going to get through the steel doors. Just a small exit through the auto, tire, and lube area, and then 3 front doors. So now what I'm saying is, if you want to turn that into a quarantine area, if you want to turn a Walmart into a prison, you put people in there and lock the doors. Now, the problem is, I'm sure that if there's electricity, they can heat and cool that place. And there's some food there. There's not a lot of cooking facilities. A lot of them have like little Subway restaurants, and they have the deli center. Other than that, and they have some bathrooms that have, a few stalls. But it would be really uncomfortable putting a few thousand people in there. But it seems like that would be a location that our government might be sinister enough to pack people into.
I would be remiss if I didn't tell you what was going on here in Grants Pass, Oregon, with the Posse Comitatus and the related movement, like Bundy Ranch, against BLM and the gold miners here. And it's an armed confrontation. It made, believe it or not, even our front pages last night. And all of it is because China wants to take possession of the land they own in Grants Pass, which are all the gold mines. And that's what's happening in Grants Pass, Oregon. Now, China is moving in to the United States to take over ownership. It's happening right now. And Walmart is part of that big program. They've already done Canada. When the Maple Leaf Fund was formed and all the Chinese from Hong Kong moved to Vancouver, BC, there it is. They took over the utilities. That's what Bundy Ranch was about. They wanted to put in some solar panels over a bunch of cattlemen's protests of using the land differently. And they hired congressmen to run as pointmen. And now BLM is involved here in Oregon.
Rick, I was thinking as you were saying this about one of our instructors who was on the air with me when I was in Springfield, Missouri, on a local station. There were a couple of big stations in Springfield, and I happened to be on one of them, kind of a news type station. And he and I were talking about Walmart, and Walmart wanted to build another neighborhood market. Neighborhood market is the size of a supermarket. It's a small Walmart, but compared to other businesses, it's pretty big. And they had a bunch of them already, and they had some super centers. I believe they had 5 super centers in Springfield as it was, and they wanted to add some more neighborhood markets in addition to the super center. So that'd bring it close to maybe 10 Walmart stores in Springfield, Missouri. And the community was outraged. I mean, the community was frosted, and they wanted to stop just this proliferation of Walmarts, which would ultimately mean that if you wanted to buy pretty much anything, you'd have to buy it at Walmart. And people were angry. They wanted to stop it. Well, he had this protest going, and they were looking for about 18,000 signatures. And I joined and helped get the word out, and we got the signatures right away. Well, he was on the air with me on a Friday on the station, and he was the manager of a store, a farm and ranch store called Orscheln, Orchelin. I believe that's how you spell it. And it's a farm and ranch store, and he was the store manager in maybe 3 or 4 counties over from Springfield. Saturday morning, he went to work after being on the air with me on Friday. He was fired. He was fired from his job, and they said, well, you're kind of passionate about this Walmart thing, and that's a real problem for us, so you're out of here. They fired him. Now, what's the relationship between Walmart and Orscheln? Well, the relationship is that Orscheln buys the old Walmart stores. So when Walmart, has one of their old stores and they close it down, Orscheln bought them. So there is a relationship there. So what I'm saying is this interconnected web it spans wide, deep, and far. So this guy got fired from a store that has, it's not a Walmart store. He was speaking out against Walmart and he got fired. Now, he said on air, he talked about Hillary Clinton. He said she was evil. And he met her at Bentonville, Arkansas, which is the corporate headquarters of Walmart. She was there and he was in a meeting with her and he felt very uncomfortable with her. He didn't like what she was saying. He didn't like her actions and he exposed her. Next thing you know, he's fired. He's fired. So I just want to share with you how powerful Walmart is. And Walmart was really into selling, early days of Walmart, into selling American goods. Well, that's changed. That's why I call them the Chinese factory outlet, because that's what Walmart has become. So you connect these dots and you can see what's happening. Dr. Richard Allen Miller, and I'll be right back.
By now, you know that USAPrepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm, we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system, because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAPrepares.com offers ProPure water filtration systems and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit USAPrepares.com. That's USAPrepares.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. USAPrepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
Making the right decisions is a challenge to investors. Are we going to see growth, slide into a recession, or at worst, depression? Hi, Ted Anderson from Midas Resources. We all know when a company acts irresponsibly, divesting ourselves in a move towards safety is prudent. When the market becomes volatile, U.S. Treasuries are a safe haven. But what do you do when the U.S. government overextends itself and spends beyond its means? Many investors are turning toward gold as a common-sense alternative to traditional paper investments. Midas Resources has put together a powerful book titled 10 Reasons to Own Gold, discussing costs, benefits, risks, featuring full-color illustrations, weights, and measures. The book is free and can be yours by calling 800-686-2237. Paper investments are dwarfed by gold's 6,000-year history. Discover how gold may be right for you and your IRA by calling 800-686-2237. Whether buying or it's time for you to sell, the book is free. Call 800-686-2237.
It's time to build your own emergency food stockpile with the industry leader, My Patriot Supply. Once you try them, you'll know why so many Americans like you have made them part of their emergency preparedness plan. Experience the My Patriot Supply difference today with this unbelievable offer. Right now, a 4-week food supply is only $99, and that includes free shipping. That's 50% off the online price. Call 800-274-3070 to claim yours. Limit 2 per caller while supplies last. This offer isn't available online, so you want to make sure and grab this opportunity to get prepared today. 800-274-3070 to get your 4-week food supply for the incredible price of only $99, and it'll be shipped to you completely free. Call 800-274-3070 right now. That's 800-274-3070 to claim yours while supplies last. Don't wait. Call today.
So we decided to upgrade the look of our home.
You know, improve the curb appeal.
We decided to add the look of stone to the exterior.
We really like the stacked stone look.
Yeah, but when I checked into the price, it was ridiculous. No way could we afford it.
Then a friend told me about Genstone. Genstone.
Genstone comes in lightweight panels made of polyurethane. They've actually engineered the hassle out of installation. No mortar, no mesh. It was easy. Even I could do it.
We just screwed the panels to the wall and it looks like stone. I mean, it really looks like stone.
Yeah, from the box to the wall in minutes.
We love the look of our home now.
And Genstone is durable, comes with a 25-year warranty, and offers additional R value for insulation.
If you want the look of stone at a price you can afford, call Genstone
at 855-955-STONE.
Trust me, you'll save money.
And you'll love the look.
855-955-STONE. That's 855-955-STONE. 655-955-7866.
Dr. Richard Allen Miller is with us, and Rick Miller and I are going to be at the RK Prepper Show Saturday and Sunday. That is this weekend. And Rick's going to be teaching more about what's happening that you need to know. And I'm going to be teaching how to start your own business so you don't let these federales and state thugs steal your hard-earned money. We'll call it money right now, digits. And, Rick, I'm still really concerned about this debris field from Planet 7X. And the reason I'm concerned about it is, you said it might be nickel. So you're thinking that the mass of this Planet 7X is greater than that of Earth. Well, some of the, if you look at the periodic chart.
It's 5.5 times larger, and it's of heavier mass for the different in volume. So it's extremely heavy, and it's changing orbits, and it's affecting our sun right now. And it's biblical, and there are cultures in our past that we discovered 200 years ago that talk about it with pictographs in the caves they went into to survive it. Now, Rick, happening.
I've been thinking about this small scientific example during the broadcast. And I've been thinking about how you balance a salt shaker on a grain of salt. I'm sure you've done that, right? And you've got to get that salt shaker precisely positioned so you can balance an entire salt shaker on one grain of salt. And I'm thinking that, okay, that's kind of a what the gravitational forces that keep our solar system suspended, if you will.
Yeah, and Earth itself in its own rotation. Yes, all of that is going to change. There's going to be
that's what I'm saying.
Earthquakes, the likes of which are going to change geography. That's what geoengineering, Dean Regan said this morning. It's going to change geography.
And if you look at how we've built buildings, okay, skyscrapers, I can't imagine how they are going to stay vertical. Well,
they won't, and just like in the movies, where the thing in New York is underwater. The Statue of Liberty. It's going to be like that because the oceans are rising in sea level. Now, there's a map I gave you that you can actually calculate. The best sciences say 60 meters. Now, 60
and I've got that on the website.
Yeah, you do a calculation. Look what disappears without even any earthquakes. It will look like the 2012, where you'll watch big chunks of land sliding with, several thousand homes into the ocean. It'll go just like that. The coastline is not safe. All coastlines are not safe anymore. They're beautiful. I love to visit them. It isn't where I want to live anymore.
Rick, what about the islands in the Pacific? What about
they're gone?
Cuba,
Hawaii, in the Jet Snow map. Check out what happens. Not Oahu, but the Big Island, Hawaii, blows up. I had an anthropologist there when I was doing it here, University of Hilo, come up to me with some grad students and said, it's only a question of time before that island blows up into 3 pieces and falls into the ocean, creating a massive tsunami. Like a big splash in the water, and what it does to the waves going out toward the Pacific.
And Rick, if you look,
it's going to fall into that trench that it's perched on.
That's where I was going next. Yeah, what I was going to say is we've got all of these nuclear reactors, and you've been talking about, turn off the switch. We've got all these reactors littering the coastline. They're all almost all of
littering all over the world.
Right.
This is more serious than anybody has given any kind of dialogue on. It's more
Rick,
serious than I am beginning to realize. Even as I begin to realize how serious it is, it's not even the tip of the iceberg.
Rick, when we come back, can we talk about how foolhardy some science is? For example, if you build a laser and you point it and it drills a hole in an object, far away, you go, wow, it's pretty dangerous. I better not look at that. Maybe we shouldn't even build this kind of thing. It's so dangerous. And you compare that to radiation. Lasers are nothing compared to radiation. We'll be right back. How many of you want to learn how to dig up bugs, worms, and raise crickets for food? Do you prefer to eat them dried and crunchy or while still alive? Well, you won't have to if you can defend your food supply from predators. You may want to get an AR-15 kit from guns80.com and build your own AR-15 rifle from a kit. If you can legally own a rifle, you can purchase this AR-15 kit. If you're handy, you can complete the rifle in about an hour. The kit comes with all the parts you're going to need to build your rifle, but you'll need a drill press. And survivalists need one anyway. The Guns80.com team purchased the same used floor-standing drill press that I have for $100. You can too. And when you're finished, you'll have a paperwork-free AR-15 rifle, a drill press, drill bits, and the knowledge to maintain your AR-15 rifle, all for less than you expect. So if you want a paperwork-free AR-15 parts kit like mine, visit Guns80.com, Guns80.com, and let the unprepared have our share of the bugs.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99, and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows. Pause and rewind live TV. Even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right, General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by 100 for $35,000. You heard right, that's 5,000 square feet for $35,000. Manufacturers, if you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100-foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait. So call 866-91-STEEL. Lock in your price now. Call 866-91-STEEL. That's 866-917-8335.
Attention taxpayers! If you've received a notice from the IRS or state, do not ignore it. It's also a big mistake to try and handle your tax problem on your own. If you owe back taxes, it's a fact that the government has the power to take everything you own, including your home, business, wages, savings, and your freedom. But here's the good news. There's a special toll-free tax hotline set up especially for you. This tax hotline will tell you about new programs that are geared to help you dramatically settle, reduce, or eliminate what you owe. But you have to call now. Take down this number or put it in your cell phone. But call 877-345-7645. That's 877-345-7645. When you call, you get free information on how you can reduce or eliminate back taxes, including penalties and interest. You can also be helped if you have unfiled returns, a tax lien, wage garnishment, bank levy, or if you've been entered into a payment plan but can't make the payments. Don't make the big mistake in thinking you can ignore or handle your tax problem on your own. You can stop the collection process immediately at 1-877-345-7645. That's 1-877-345-7645. 1-877-345-7645.
So the news breaks. Hillary Clinton's running for president. My buddy Mark says to me, hey, didn't Hillary support the Brady bill and the assault weapons ban? And I'm thinking, yeah, 1992 presidential campaign. Oh my God, a gun grabber in the White House. So at guns80.com, they've come up with the Hillary Clinton special. They just call it the Hillary. You even get 2 30-round magazines for free, and it's only $474.95 for the whole kit. So get your AR-15 kit and tell Hillary, ha-ha, 8442-GUNS80. That's guns80.com.
Avoid bankruptcy. Does credit card debt have you living paycheck to paycheck? Our attorneys at the Legal Center for Debt Resolution will find the absolute best debt reduction solution for you, or you pay nothing. It's called Pay for Performance, and you won't pay a dime until the job's done. That's right. No upfront fee, no monthly fees. Nada. You pay nothing until after your account is settled. If you owe $10,000, $30,000, or even $50,000 in credit card debt, call the Legal Center for Debt Resolution at 800-449-4269. 800-449-4269.
Class Dr. Richard Allen Miller's with us, and if you'd like to go to his website and possibly purchase some of his books, richardallenmiller.com, Richard A-L-A-N Miller.com, Richard A-L-A-N Miller.com, link on the website, usaprepares.com. So, Rick, I was thinking, I was experimenting with science many, many years ago. I built transmitters, I built receivers, I built talk on the light beam as a elementary school project where I could, modulate audio over a light beam and pick it up with a photocell and amplify it. And I noticed that, if you aimed a light, just a flashlight at your eyes, it kind of would blind you for, a short amount of time. And it wasn't a good thing to do. And so when I was a teacher, I said, these laser pointers would show up and, students would bring them in. They thought they were the coolest thing. I said, absolutely not. We're not allowing those in my classroom, because even though the other teachers would use them, I wouldn't allow them because somebody could accidentally blind somebody with them. It's technology that can be used for dangerous purposes. And then, of course, you look at the microwave oven, and you can put a hot dog in a microwave oven, close the door, hit the button. 1 minute later, that thing is a crispy critter. It's, so hot you can't touch it. The point is, if you look at a microwave oven, you say, well, man, whatever's in there, those frequencies, they're pretty dangerous. They'll actually destroy something and cook it to, so hot you can't even touch it. Well, it'll boil water. Maybe we should contain that. Well, if you extrapolate that out and you say, well, how about a nuclear reactor? But the nuclear reactor has a byproduct that is so dangerous, it's toxic for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. You can't handle it, because if you do, you'll get cancer and die. And Rick, how is it possible that a scientist would say
thorium? And thorium is clean, and it essentially gives you 10 times, literally, more energy for the same process. Now, our technologies are based on infrastructure like General Electric. And these guys today, General Electric, is diversifying and selling off all their loan banking operations, going back to manufacturing. Wonder why?
Except for appliances, they've dumped their appliance business. Like
That's
washers
correct.
and dryers
going on now, and all
small
the
appliances
signs are pointing toward the need for martial law. Not martial law, but the need for it. Now, what does that suggest? And why is the public not being informed so that you can make your own peace with God?
Well, and we've got a post on the website. It's from InfoWars, Alex Jones' site. It's the Department of Homeland Security is set to purchase over 62 million rounds of ammo, AR-15 type ammo. They want to get 60.
Security. We've got terrorism inside the United States. I'd say so. Our congressman.
Yeah, our terrorism is homegrown. It's within our government. It's within our police departments. When I see a cop car, I think of terrorism. I know.
Part of Missouri is like that. I talked to people on the other side of the state and said, yeah, you guys have a problem. I'm guessing if someone did due diligence on all the policemen that are hired in your area, they've all been fired from other previous jobs where they had inappropriate behavior. And they collect in little regions of the United States and set up their own little, feudal systems. That's basically what it is. There's like BLM here. They're not adhering to the law. That's why the Oath Keepers here have formed an armed encampment down in Merlin. And let me say this, it's going to get funkier because really what it is, it's China's move to take over our gold mines here in Southern Oregon. That's exactly what it's about.
Rick, can you see this leading to anything other than a revolution? Seriously.
There is a revolution going on right now, just in the nature of politics. It's like Democrats and Republicans, neither are offering anything because of lobbying and the fact that transnational corporations run almost everything. To realize one company is 40 times bigger than the United States' gross national product, how does that work?
I was thinking about the next time that I'm going to speak at one of these Republican conventions. And I'm really toying with the idea of saying, so I've heard all the previous candidates, speak just before me, and they've already had their chance. Why would you reelect anybody? How good are they doing? Okay. Have our taxes gone down? Have our freedoms gone up? Has anything gotten any better? I can't think of a single thing that's gotten better. And because of that, why would you give these guys another chance? Why would you give anybody another chance?
Obama didn't keep almost any of his campaign promises.
That's exactly right. Well, you know why? We learned at the last meetup that Barry Soetoro was going to not take funding from lobbyists, and then he decided to take campaign contributions from lobbyists, and then he decided that the war that he thought was out of control and the death was over the top, that he was going to stop that. Well, then he escalated the war, and more people got killed. Yeah, that's Barry Soetoro. So it depends on who's paying the bills and how many bribes you succumb to. And and I think about Ron Paul. I mean, so many people have said Ron Paul is such a great guy. And then he says money bombs, and people gave him all this money, and then he pulls out. Where's the money? He's got the money. I mean, none of them, even Ron Paul. I'm not happy with a single professional politician, not one. And that's why I say never reelect anyone. Never approve the pre-selected candidates. What you need to do is write yourself in. I really believe that who would be a better candidate than our class? Who? I can't think of anyone. So next election, write yourself in for everything. President, congressman, congresswoman, judge, coroner, sheriff. Write yourself in. And in that way you'll be, you're not going to win, but what you will do is let these guys know that they do not have your approval. Whoever is elected.
The whole principle of statism in a president that you didn't vote for being able to have the right over you to order you to go to a country you can't even pronounce and kill people you've never met.
Right.
It's not right. It's, Kromsky says that's the worst religion out now is statism, the idea of the state.
Let me share something with you.
That's why the Oath Keepers are setting up here in Oregon right now.
Rick, it's really interesting. Oath Keepers didn't come to the Get Prepared Expo.
I wonder why.
The Missouri Militia didn't come to the Get Prepared Expo. The Missouri Citizens Militia did not come to the Get Prepared Expo. As a matter of fact, I invited them and I got no response. As a matter of fact, the Missouri Militia won't even respond to me.
They might.
They won't.
They might after now they're starting to get it.
Well, I don't understand. I mean, we've invited them to a whole bunch of our expos. I mean, like 7 of them. Rick, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this to you, but Expo number 1, when we thought the Red Cross might actually be of benefit, we invited them to the expo. Let me tell you what happened. We invited and I must have been out of my mind, but we invited the Red Cross, the Civil Air Patrol. And we thought, it'd be great because we could have people learn how to fly. And the Civil Air Patrol patrolled our borders during, World War II. Private pilots, right? Civil Air Patrol. And we invited the Missouri National Guard. This is Expo number 1. On the same day, we got notice from all of those organizations that they would not be attending. You know why?
The National Guard is working for China right now.
Yeah, but they weren't. They weren't at Expo number 1. Okay, what happened was they were told, all of those agencies, the Red Cross, the National Guard, Missouri National Guard, and the Civil Air Patrol all pulled out of the Get Prepared Expo at the same time, on the same day. They were told from Washington, D.C. to stand down. Do not get involved with us.
Or budget cuts.
No, they weren't told the reason, but they were told to stand down. And then they all made up lies as to why they couldn't make it. Scheduling conflicts. They all lied. And finally, we caught them in the lie. And then we put the pieces together. They were all told on the same day, the same thing. Do not go to the Get Prepared Expo. So if you think about, like there are other expos that are involved, preparedness expos that are involved with the government. I say, do your own research and make sure if you want to go to them, because they're probably trying to track who you are. It's really a shame. It's really a shame that our government is preventing people from learning how to protect, defend, and care for themselves. That's what our government's doing. You would think that as a matter of fact, there was an interview with me and the guy from the Emergency Management Agency in Springfield, Missouri. KY3 did a TV special on us. They came to the Get Prepared Expo, they videoed us, and then they videoed him in his office. And he basically said something like this. If you want to get a flashlight and some batteries and, some water, that's a good thing. That was his solution. So that's the guy that we're paying in Springfield, Missouri to help prepare people. Yeah, 3 days worth of food, that might be okay. We were teaching people how to survive, how to really live, and how to come out the other side intact. And he's saying, well, if you want to get a flashlight and some water and, 3 days worth of food, that'd be okay. He actually made it seem like we're a bunch of jerks. That was their position. That was television's position. And they gave him more time sitting back in his government office chair behind his desk than they gave us, with thousands of people coming to learn how to prepare. That's the media. That's the dinosaur media. The battle lines are being drawn. Our money's being used against us. And so if you're going to any of these preparedness expos, look and see who's involved. If the Red Cross is involved, I'm not going. If FEMA's involved, I'm not going. If any government's involved, I'm not going. As a matter of fact, government sponsors some of these expos. By now you know that USAPrepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm, we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system, because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAPrepares.com offers ProPure water filtration systems and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit USAPrepares.com. That's USAPrepares.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. USAPrepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
It's time to build your own emergency food stockpile with the industry leader, My Patriot Supply. Once you try them, you'll know why so many Americans like you have made them part of their emergency preparedness plan. Experience the My Patriot Supply difference today with this unbelievable offer. Right now, a 4-week food supply is only $99, and that includes free shipping. That's 50% off the online price. Call 800-274-3070 to claim yours. Limit 2 per caller while supplies last. This offer isn't available online, so you want to make sure and grab this opportunity to get prepared today. 800-274-3070 to get your 4-week food supply for the incredible price of only $99, and it'll be shipped to you completely free. Call 800-274-3070 right now. That's 800-274-3070 to claim yours while supplies last. Don't wait. Call Call today.
I'm Vincent Finelli of USAPrepares.com. As most of you know, I broadcast weekday mornings on GCN from 9 to 11. And I'm also a full-time farmer. Add to that mix the weekly meetups and the Get Prepared Expo, and this combination makes for a demanding schedule. On the farm, we raise grass-fed Black Angus cattle and provide them with the best variety of summer and fall grasses available. Our cattle are exposed to the extremes of weather, the toxins in the air, and the electromagnetic radiation that's all around us. So even the best grasses and food that we provide are not enough. Our cattle require minerals and supplements for strong health and resistance to disease. And so do we. For these reasons, my mother, our children, Mrs. Finelli, and I all take longevity beyond Tangy Tangerine, De-Stress, Glucogel, and EFA+. USAPreparesTeam.com. And thank you for being in class today.
If the IRS has garnished your paycheck or seized money from your bank account, you need to get professional tax help now. Fast action is required to put a halt to these aggressive IRS collection tactics. You can count on the knowledgeable team of tax professionals at Wall & Associates. With over 30 years of experience, Wall & Associates has settled the tax problems of thousands of taxpayers for a small fraction of what they owed. For a free face-to-face consultation, call 1-800-425-4610 to put a wall between you and the IRS. 1-800-425-4610 or look for us on the web at wallandassociates.net. We solve tax problems. If you hire Wall & Associates today, you'll never have to talk to the IRS again. To stop the levies and seizures today, take action now. Call Wall & Associates at 1-800-425-4610. Wall & Associates. 1-800-425-4610. Based on actual cases, results may vary, not a solicitation for legal services.
Positive results from satisfied customers of Heart and Body Extract continue to pour into our website, hbextract.com.
This is Al from New Jersey. One day I saw your ad for Heart and Body Extract, and it mentioned that it would help me with angina, so I decided to order. I figure I had nothing to lose.
Heart and Body Extract supplies your body with everything it needs to balance itself and maintain optimal heart and circulatory health with no negative side effects.
I took the formula 3 times a day as directed, and I kid you not, within 4 days, my angina pain was completely gone.
Order HB Extract by calling 866-295-5305 or online at hbextract.com. That's 866-295-5305 or hbextract.com.
I could not believe it actually stopped the pain. Heart and Body Extract actually works. This is just an amazing product. Even the numbness in my hands is completely gone.
Heart and Body Extract for a long and healthy life.
Dr. Richard Allen Miller's with us, richardallenmiller.com, Richard A-L-A-N Miller.com. Rick, you know, I've been thinking during the break that the biggest problems we have are created by government. Seriously, the government doesn't solve problems. They create problems. They start wars. They kill people. And if you look at, there's a post on our website, usaprepares.com, about the species decline off Fukushima. And birds are disappearing off Fukushima. No kidding, right? Fish are dying. There are mutations in the Pacific. The air is polluted, and that's just one area. 3 reactors have had meltdowns. But, Rick, we are destroying the planet by government-approved menaces.
Yeah, they're going to allow logging now because of budget cuts. In spotted owl, they're going to say that the spotted owl is now no longer endangered and go in and take what you need. Tokyo, of course, their entire bay has got 40 years worth of logs floating in it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Yeah, and I was on the, I would say I was communicating with someone in Japan. And I was told that, by firsthand experience, that there is a dump in Japan where toxic materials were brought by the criminal element in Japan. It was dumped in an area that is uphill from the water supply of Tokyo, and that the drinking water in Tokyo is polluted with this chemical waste from this dump. And the water for the Olympics the Tokyo Olympics is polluted. And that's the approved Olympic location for the next Olympics. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable that what we would send our people over there to be dosed with radiation.
Japan is no longer safe for anything, especially travel now. The incidence of thyroid abnormality in Tokyo children has now reached 48%.
Well, let's talk about something very, very simple. Okay, so we buy products from Japan. I mean, they enter this country. And then, well, let's call it just electronics. All right, let's say Blu-ray players. Let's say DVD players. Let's say televisions. All right, when we're done with them, we throw them away. Now, is there radioactive, is there in the composition of these products, is there radiation? Absolutely certain, right? So what do? We throw it away. Now, where does that go? So for thousands and thousands of years, this radioactive debris from the things that we buy from Japan goes into our landfill. So we spread it around the United States. Now, let's just take a look at tires. Something as simple as tires. If the tires come from Japan and there's radiation or radioactive isotopes in those tires, and the tread wears out and the tread becomes airborne, okay, as we drive down the road, that those little bits of rubber just become airborne, and then they ultimately land on the road, and then the rain carries them downstream and into the water supply. Now we have more radiation in the United States, just from the wearing out of tires.
For North America has increased 10 times since Fukushima. Mm-hmm. Now, 10 times isn't necessarily toxic, but I think you're going to see a lot more sickness as a direct result of this getting into the food chain.
Rick,
just like GMOs, a scientist from MIT came out yesterday and said that the GMO Roundup Ready insecticide is going to cause 50% autism by 2020, and that was an MIT scientist. Now, why is Monsanto continuing to do this? Why? And why is Facebook requiring people trying to post this on Facebook? Why are they now required to do a special code before they can upload?
Rick, this whole thing is frightening and out of control, and the people who we have previously depended on to protect our interests and our rights have switched sides. They have declared themselves as our enemy of life, liberty, the pursuit of property, and happiness. It's out of control. Rick, I'm looking forward to seeing you this weekend. I'll be there. I'm your roommate. Won't that be fun? Hey, class.
For over 5 years, you've been hearing about the Berkey guy, so you may know a few things about him. For example, you are well aware of the superior quality and effectiveness of Berkey water filters and accessories. But did you know the Berkeys have had independent lab tests done to prove just how effective they are? It's true, and he can email you the test results. Just visit GoBerkey.com. You may also know that the Berkey guy has helped tens of thousands of people get better prepared. Now here's something you may not know. GoBerkey.com has amazing specials and deals all the time on a wide variety of survival and preparedness products. Most ready to ship same day. Visit the Berkey guy at GoBerkey.com and be sure to click the red Products on Sale Now button. You can always call toll-free 877-886-3653. Again, that's 877-886-3653. GoBerkey.com, home of the Berkey guy.
So we decided to upgrade the look of our home.
You know, improve the curb appeal.
We decided to add the look of stone to the exterior.
We really like the stacked stone look.
Yeah, but when I checked into the price, it was ridiculous. No way could we afford it.
Then a friend told me about Genstone. Genstone.
Genstone comes in lightweight panels made of polyurethane. They've actually engineered the hassle out of installation. No mortar, no mesh. It was easy. Even I could do it.
We just screwed the panels to the wall and it looks like stone. I mean, it really looks like stone.
Yeah, from the box to the wall in minutes.
We love the look of our home now.
And Genstone is durable, comes with a 25-year warranty, and offers additional R value for insulation.
If you want the look of stone at a price you can afford, call Genstone
at 855-955-STONE.
Trust me, you'll save money.
And you'll love the look.
855-955-STONE. That's 855-955-7860 today.